There was once a king who was known for his wisdom and intelligence. When the idea of retirement came to his mind, he began to spread the word throughout his kingdom that he was soon to appoint a new successor for his throne. The news of the hunt for a new successor sparked tremendous excitement throughout the country. The king was considered to be the wisest to have risen to the power. His innovative policies have contributed to the development of a content and happy nation throughout the course of his reign. Many were shocked to know that he was to eschew the traditional route of the family for the search of the one worthy of the throne. To carry out the procedure, the king called the young people of the nation together, and they gathered into the palace. The king presented each of them a seed and stated, "This seed is a special seed. I'd like everyone to start planting it, take care of it, and return at the end of the year with what you've got. Based on what you bring back, I will decide the next king of the country." Everyone left the event with the seed. They were excited to plant their seeds and waited to see it develop. As time went by, the nation's youth was discussing the way their plant had become tremendously beautiful. Of all the youngsters, there was that young man whose seed had not even sprouted. However, he would soak the seed daily and tried everything to help that seed develop. Still, his seeds wouldn't grow. He could hear people talking about their plants. But still, he has nothing. An entire year had passed since the day the seeds were distributed. Everyone was invited to the palace to present the results from their seeds. The young man, whose seeds did not produce as others, was hesitant to attend the event. However, his mother persuaded him to visit the palace with what he had, because his efforts were real and it was not shameful in proving that. Thus, the man went to the palace carrying his pot of soil. At the event, he was stunned by the variety of beautiful plants others had grown. The young man put his empty pot on the floor while several of the other guests laughed at him when he did it. He was ashamed to be in the room. When the king entered the hall, he inspected each and every pot. He slowly examined all of the different foliage and the beaming children that accompanied them. The man was trying to hide behind the wall in an attempt to remain unseen. However, the king found him and gave pause when he did. As the king crossed the room, he looked at the young man as well as his plant with keen interest, but didn't say anything. He instructed his guards to bring the young man to the front of the room. The young man was truly unhappy as the king observed his inability to grow the seed. When he arrived at the front, the guards let go of him, leaving him on his own in front of the other people with many laughing and pointing. The king called him closer. He took his hand, lifted it up, and said loudly, "Behold all of you, your new king." The king stated, "1 year back, I gave everyone a seed. I told you to take the seed and plant it, water it, and then bring it back. What you did not know was the fact that each seed I gave out was boiled prior to being distributed to ensure that none would ever grow. All of you after a year have brought me trees, plants and flowers, born of your dishonesty. The seeds which grew these plants were not the ones I provided you. Therefore, look upon the only honest one among you, this young man, and know now why he deserves to be your ruler."